Hello everyone and welcome to the map Ghost River. Today we'll be taking a look at a couple of viewer submitted matches of StarCraft 2. Joining me here in the upper right corner for match number 1, a 1v1, a Terran with red SCVs. It is Timbo. Capital M, capital B. For some reason. And the Protoss opponent here, the blue probes, the gateway in a position, a choice. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not a gateway. That's a forge. It is Bone Star. And that is Bone Star's forge. How optimistic of me, thinking it was going to be a gateway. No. I was going to make a comment about the gateway being in an unusual location, because usually you'll want it, over here if you're going to block Reaper access from the minerals, or maybe you put it over here to block the Reaper entrance to the base, the employee entrance. No, of course not. No, instead we're going to make... Did you lose the... Instead, we're going to make 3 pylons on the other side of the map and lose the probe. Bone Star. Okay. And that, ladies and gents, is how you hold a cannon rush as Terran. You just go punch the probe in the face. We don't need to pull. We don't need this many SCVs, Timbo. Okay. 4, 8, 12 SCVs. You just pulled 3/4 of your economy, okay, to deal with pylons. Pylons by themselves are not scary. This is not Heart of the Swarm. They don't have sunglasses and start to whip out death and lasers and destruction, okay? I love that you're focusing on your orbital, though. You didn't let it get you too frazzled, I would say. You're just walling off, getting the orbital, hoping to get a command center. I'd love to see a Marine at least. Hey, Marine Terran with potential here. All right. Wow, that SCV. SCV gets blown away. Couple cannons at the top because we couldn't make cannons over in the opponent's base. So tell you what, Indigos, I'm not going to let this forge go to waste. And I'm like, are you going to get +1? Really? Am I going to see +1 attack? +1 armor? This early? No. No, I'm going to get a couple cannons, put them at the top of my ramp. Apparently not nice-agos today. You guys got full-blown sarcasticos. Okay, here we go. Hope you're ready. Hope you're okay with it. Command center on the low ground, on the way. Bunker. Fine. I will allow the bunker. It is an unusual game. Stargate is the tech choice for Bone Star here. I reserve the right to speed up the match. If things don't spice up, if we don't get some heat going on here. We all know what's coming out of this Stargate now. Place your bets. Place your bets. What step 1 was cannon rush. That's calling it loosely. Step 2, +1 air attack on the way. All right. You all know. Oh, he doesn't have enough money. It costs $250. Hey, Void Ray, of course. Of course it's a Void Ray. Of course it's a Void Ray versus Terran. Oh boy. Well, we see how this is going to go. How is the Terran handling this, though? Scouting? Little bit to be desired, but we're working on it. We're getting there. Double bunker at the front. That is a little much. A little bit much, but, I believe I was told what level this is. I'm going to say it's totally fine. You want 2 bunkers at the front. You know what? Okay. you're ahead right now. You have a second base. You've been working on it. You got it on orbital set up too. Fabulous. Make more Marines and get a Cyclone. If you don't know what's going on, I heard a scan. Okay, I actually did get a scan off. Fabulous. All right. Unfortunately, the Void Ray is already here. Yeah. Well, that's an answer too. Men to the bunker. Marines. Push forward. We have, what is this, 9 Marines? They can definitely take one Void Ray. Oh, the struggle though. Having to chase it. The struggle here. Will the Void Ray actually fight? There's not a lot of dead space behind the base. Oh no. Where's our Viking production? You see a Void Ray, you better get a Viking. And then keep it safe. The Marines will shoo the Void Ray away, which actually does take a bit of hull damage. Behind this, the production... I'm sorry, what? Why is this one charged up? 0 kills. Fleet Beacon. The showdown between Timbo and Bone Star. The Void Ray makes its way home. The Nexus finally in sight, actually. Bone Star deciding now is the time. I will get my second base. Missile turrets. I can't even be mad. I can't even punish you for the missile turrets. Because you know what? This is the situation. That's okay. Just don't overreact. Don't give me double digits of turrets, okay? Keeping an eye on you. 4 racks. That's a good answer. I like it. Bone Star. What can we do here? How do we dredge this position up to something a bit more manageable? First of all, quit making Void Rays. We need something a little more substantial. You know, like Warp Gate. Or, you know, a Robo. If you want. Air. Why you gotta get Tempest? Okay? Like, well, Max Pax uses Tempest all the time. Tempest Rush is a thing, Indigos. Yeah. Not here. Okay, maybe not here. Have you ever considered... Bone Star, I don't know if you've played through the campaigns of StarCraft 2 or not, but, you know, in the Protoss campaigns, when you're playing the Protoss, Wings of Liberty, and Legacy of the Void, have you ever met the Colossus? Might I suggest sitting down having a nice meal, a decent dinner with a Colossus? Yeah. Get to know them, know their upgrades, know their weapons. I think it might be beneficial here. Definitely stay away from Blink, though. We're definitely going to try and stay away from Blink. But, you know, Archons. Hey, Archons. Great usage. Okay, Timbo, it's getting a little excessive here. The Ventria scan, even. The line of scans. You at least get to know they're coming. Have you been making Vikings? Only in spirit. We have Viking support. You have a lot of minerals built up. The Void Rays will easily dispatch those missile turrets. This looks like a cinematic, like box art kind of battle. The medevac. You have stim? No stim. Oh no. Well, the Marines should still be able to deal with the Void. No, they're not going to focus fire. That hurts. Oh god. Oh dear. Well, there's 8 Marines coming out at a time. We got 2 tech labs that are decorative at best. We're getting +1 though. The Vikings are at last on the way. Turrets being drawn up like a line in the sand. Is this sand? Is this gravel? It's more just kind of dirt. Another Tempest joins the fray. The carrier, the commander of the operation. The Void Rays will be dealt with. The Tempest will live. Oh, the 1/1 upgrades really coming in handy. Not so much for their damage output, but for dealing with the Marines. Oh, you have a Viking skin. How fancy. Alright, Tempest up at the top will be dealt with. Carrier, Tempest now the sole survivors of the battle. Stim and shields on the way. +1 finishes up for the Marines. The interceptors are gone. The carrier will fall. Plummets from the sky. 27 probes to their name, Bone Star, continuing the production. I need more carriers, more Tempest, I say. How will the battle fare? On the other side, the Terran. 2 turrets failed. I must need 3. 3 turrets is the magic number. This one's not even finished. Finish this turret. God, I would love you to cancel it, but at least finish the turret. Okay, place your bets now. Will the turret be finished? Will it be canceled? Or will it remain as a dark memorial of the fallen SCV? We'll check on that as the game progresses here. Oh boy. Production's looking solid. 3rd command center on the way for the Terran. Nexus. I'd love to see some more probes, but we're focused on the army at least. Bone Star knows what they want. They're going for it. 29 actions at a time. We're getting it. Alright, carriers. Tempest. I don't think Phoenix is the right call. But you know what? We see Phoenix in the campaigns. Phoenix, of course, long-time Protoss hero of the Dalam and the Kala and the Zealots way back in the day. Total complete hero even, but not that kind of hero. But also maybe. Different Phoenix, I know. I'm pulling your leg. These 2 will head out, do a bit of scouting, attack, move. Is this the Noah's Ark? Oh god, this is the Noah's Ark. We've got 2 Phoenix, 2 Tempest, 2 carriers. 3rd one. Wait for me, guys. I'm on my way. Unfortunately, we have almost reached the double digits of turrets. This would be 10, actually. This would have been the double digit of turret. Oh my gosh, we stimmed everything. Move out. Get the Marines in there. The Tempest will engage. This is not good. Might I suggest, once again, have you ever met the Colossus? I think the Colossus is somebody you really should meet, Bone Star. Gosh, it was a slaughter. The boys were pulled, repairing the damaged turret, but forget the depot, we don't need that. Now keep up the turret production. Behind this, 2 carriers at a time, Bone Star cranking out as much army air production as they can manage. The Marines, with barely the idea of a healthcare plan here. Heading across the other side of the map, 2 medevacs to support, 3 Vikings up against 2 carriers. This should be an easy win. This should be a slaughter. But let's see. How will it unfold? They have to get past the cannons, of course. And the cannons have withstood the test of time. The slow gateway, no warp gate in sight, bringing out the Zealot. Will they manage? Oh my gosh. The Marines spreading out, the carriers trying to hold the high ground. One of them will fall. The Marines make their way up the ramp, and with no communication, Bone Star taps out. Timbo surviving the showdown, I would say, halting a pylon rush mid-effort, dealing with Void Ray shenanigans, and bringing carriers low to the ground. Did the turret finish? Nope. The turret shall remain as a dark memorial to the SCV lives lost in the great Void Ray invasion of Ghost River here. We salute you, fallen comrades. That is not all for today, folks. I got one more. For the second match of the day, we find ourselves on the map Post-Youth, a weird map proclaimed by the red Protoss here in the upper right corner. It is Skiemk, Team Void, and the blue Protoss here in the bottom left, warping in, trying to get that gas. It is Barry, Barry? Barry. I'm gonna go with Barry. Blue Protoss. That guy. Hey, Protoss, over there. All of those can apply, of course. The red probe, though. Stealing some minerals. Where'd they steal it from? Was it from the main base? I don't think so. I didn't see that. Could it have been from the weird natural that I'm sure is what is being referred to? I haven't played on it yet. You haven't played on Post-Youth yet? What do you veto it? Ooh, that's a good conversation starter. Which maps do you guys veto? You have a least favorite from the current pool? Ah, who am I kidding? I know 90% of you probably don't even play. That's fine. It's welcome here. It's okay, I know. PvP, though. On such a strange map. A strange matchup, dare we say. Probes all around. Nobody wants to gas steal, huh? I feel like my gas would have already been stolen. They're so violent. Probes, guys. Seriously. Such violence. Is that a mineral walk I saw? Ooh, Barry whipping out the high apples here. Quickly approaching triple digits. Microing these probes, guys. 2 probes out on the map for Skimp, though. Ooh, and our first tech choice here. I don't have to wait very long. PvP, of course. A game of tech. It's a game of cards. Almost like a blindfolded poker game where everybody also has a teleportation device. You have to constantly hide your card, hoping somebody doesn't just blink behind you, stab you in the back, try to see what cards you have. What's the robo gonna be? Observer? Better be an observer. Better be an observer. Could be an immortal. An immortal? No, it's gonna be a gateway. We're gonna get a gateway after finishing the robo Indigos, of course. We'll check on that one, I guess. On the other side, what are we looking at so far? The quick Nexus paying dividends so far. The worker count is in favor of the red Protoss here. Going for the gold. 2-gate, battery on the high ground. I like that you have 2 pylons here, not banking it all on 1 pylon. It's an immortal. Okay. I am fine with that. Immortal, totally fine. I love my robo openers, honestly. Been trying to open Stargate, of course, because that's just generally great and versatile for the PvP matchup. PvZ, too, even. Sometimes PvT, but I like my robo for PvT. Why so far forward? You're asking for trouble here. I feel like we've been over this before. Robo, look, safe, tucked away, behind other buildings. Sure, there's only 1 pylon. Baby steps, though. Alright, taking the 3rd base. Quick 3rd. Everybody's just taking macro turns. Do I dare? Do I speed it up slightly here? We're getting an observer 2nd. Was the robo your first tech? No, you got a Twilight. But no upgrades from the Twilight yet. Blink. Did you forget you have a Twilight? I do too. I do sometimes. Forget that I have it. Not the, there's not just one game in my life that I've built more than 1 Templar archives, too. That's another one I seem to just kind of miss out on. You'd think it'd be easy, though. Just check the gateway. Can I make Templar? I'm good. No. Sometimes. Observer's going out for everybody. The observer crossing. Nobody knows. Nobody notices. Oh, Barry finding out just a little late there. Would have been able to track it. Couple pylons on the way. The immortals. We're going to speed this up slightly here. See what's going on in the next couple of minutes. Oh, are we moving out already? Did I guess wrongly? No, just kidding. Alright. Okay, that's good. Blink on the way for the red Protoss here. PvP, it's a delightful gentleman's macro PvP here. Resources lost. Did you lose 150? Oh, you lost the observer. Because Barry out here whipping out more than 1 observer. Getting a 3rd, too. Observers galore for the blue Protoss. Gateway explosion coming up. I see 3 gates for red. Third base for blue, who is now a fair margin behind in workers. So I would have been scared to take all of these bases if I was the red Protoss, because most of the time my PvPs, people are violent, I swear, trying to end each other with stalkers and foul language by the 4-minute mark. Alright, going up the ramp against 4 immortals. Jeez. Brought 2 of their own. I don't think this is going to be enough stalkers, though. Even with mad blink skills, the army supply is just a little too even. And having 4 immortals, barrier at the front, no charge yet. Charge isn't even done. +1's on the way. What are you doing here? I was making fun of you, of course, for, not moving out, not being aggressive, but don't wait until your upgrades are almost done. You don't have to go all the way home, though. We could, get... Oh, I think you're trying. No, you're trying to get an observer. It's like, get a prism. Somebody get a prism. One of you get a prism. You both have robos. Barry should have a prism and stick it right here. Yeah, right there. Shove it in there where the prism goes. Pylon will be picked off. Zealots with charge. Vastly outranking Zealots without charge here. Warping in on the dial-up pylon, it seems. 4th base on the way. Hey, we got a prism. Resources lost. Bleeding off stalkers to kill a pylon. That was the first loss that Barry took, actually. Templar Archives #1 spotted. Will they get a second one? Will they make me feel better about myself? Technically, if we count Barry's Templar Archives, there's 2 on the map. And that's going to be good enough for me, guys. That's going to make me feel better about my day. Double forge. You didn't have a forge before? No. Delaying that forge till the 9-minute mark, okay? Well, Skimp. Adding in some disruptors, too, as the Templar Archives is going to finish up the Observer. Is sacrificed the Prism in a really nice spot, though. Warping in Zealots. Would have liked to see Archons, personally, as the Templar Archives finishes up. Uh-oh, Barry's whipping out Archons. Only 5. It's an Archon and a half. 2 Archons and a half, okay. Next time your mixing recipe calls for 2.5 Archons, you need to check the math. Hey, there we go. Alright, getting some Templar now. Gateway's finishing up, all the recharge happening. There's 1 disruptor here as well. Is this what we're here for? The juicy hits? Not quite. Alright. Well, we're zooming out then. The Zealots will get a decent concave. Looks like blue Zealots bleeding off first, though the Archons stuck behind each other, but holy crap, that's a lot of Immortals. The charge lot Immortal Archon composition coming in handy. The Blink Micro not quite there to save all of the Stalkers. I'm not sure they have enough to really break through the Immortals. It's a decent blink, still a lot of forces alive. Army supplies evened up, the Prism will be safe, and Barry is chasing. I don't think you should chase Barry. I don't, nope. Scamp is retreating, pulling you into a trap. The Disruptor. Decent connection, gonna bleed off a lot of the health on that Immortal. And now blinking around, you might be able to pick off more of the Immortals here. The Zealots will reinforce. Oh god, the aggressive blink, that was risky. Going up the ramp there. The Immortals will be picked off, focused down by half of the Stalkers. The Zealots cleaning up the rest. Barry overextends. Skimp looking to be in a decent spot. Reinforcements on the way. Need more production though. Hey, very nice. Excellent. Recognize when you've got too much money. I can't spend my money. Get another Robo though. I would say at least 2 Robos here if you're going to keep on Immortal production or Disruptor production. Adding on the Templar, getting the Archons. Double Disruptor combo here. Let them fly. Not gonna work. Okay. Alright. There's time though. Still get the sweet, sweet thumbnail art, right? Thumbnail material. Disruptor shot. I can feel it. Can sense it. It's a nice amount of Archons too though. I'm always a fan of Archons. When I see Protoss, Archon, never bad unit. Unless you're fighting ghosts. And then it's a mediocre unit. Decent connections. Retreated to the prism. The prism picked them up. Production tab woefully lacking. Barry gonna commit to an engagement, though. The Zealots looks like they were spinning around in circles. Right round, baby. The Archon's holding the front line. Barry's stuck behind a little bit here. Drop those disruptors. Get some shots out. Well, you hit your own Archon too, which I guess is fine. At least you hit the enemy Archon at the same time. Here, a Zealot warping. Might be able to clean this up. Reinforcements from the blue Protoss, though. Oh god, this is a close match, actually. 2+2 attack upgrades here. Stalkers, I don't know. Looks like they might be able to get it done. The Archon will live. Okay. Stalker's not going to get it completed. Reinforcement warping for both players here. Who will budge? Barry, don't overextend again. One of the Archons falls. There's no battery support here. One of the big things that seem to be lacking for the defense here. If Barry had some battery support, this could be going very differently. The Zealots focus down the Archon. The Prism is going to... That was really well controlled, actually. I thought you were about to kill your own Zealots. The blue Zealots will actually survive. Reinforcements warping in here. The Archon forced the Prism to kind of pick up, pack up shop, head home. Oof. The Disruptor picked off 7 Archons on the way back at home. +2 attack, +3 attack on the way. And how are we going to commit? You still got a lot of money. Scam, how's your gateway count? 14. More. 16 minimum. Okay. If you have more than 2,000 minerals, like way more than 2,000 minerals, just get extra gates. Nobody's going to be mad at you. Barry feeling a bit angry or confident. Ambitious, perhaps, going to send some forces across. Scamp posturing. The Zealots and the Archons trying their best. This is not a full wall, but it is blocking most of your own army, so it's a wall. But it's designed perhaps to keep something in, not something out. Ominous. You going up to 11 Archons? Are you going for the Archon Award of the day? Look at that. It's so beautiful. All spread out so nicely, too. Oh, I'm so glad we don't have lore-accurate Archons that only exist for like 10 seconds. 12. Excellent. Even numbers, undoubtedly better when considering Archons. Stalkers warping in. Barry, how you doing? Barry is suffering from the money side of things. Just not enough workers, not able to support the army. Engagement now in the center here. Archons galore. They're going to be stuck behind each other for the most part. The Barry trying to get up the ramp. Disruptor shots evaporates most of the Archons. And now Scam able to push up. Will lose the Prism at least, so there's no reinforcements, but I don't think this is going to matter. The battle is looking very one-sided. The Disruptor doesn't even have to commit a second shot. There's just way too many Archons. Power reaching overwhelming levels. The Protoss is going to win the day. Of course they did. It was a Protoss versus Protoss. Congratulations to the winner. Thank you for the submissions. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And as always, have a great day.